Hola, hola, hello, good afternoon, everybody. We are here because this is our second virtual session in which you're going to, you have the opportunity to interact with me, and if you have any question, you could let me know. In this case, I didn't send a message yesterday to letting you know about this virtual session, but on Monday I share with you in the section avisos recientes where and when we were going to have our virtual sessions, and in there, as you can see there in the working way, in the message where it says working way, you have the information that I let you know on Monday, and it says there, I'm going to read it. Virtual session on this week will be held on Wednesday at 2010 and Thursday at 1810 through Zoom. Yeah, so if you had the opportunity to read this information, you of course you know about this virtual session, right? But well, and I share with you yesterday as well in the virtual session that we had, the same information, and I let you know that today we were going to have the second virtual session, right? I couldn't send a message there in the part of avisos recientes in the Prepa en Línea platform, but I think you are students who read carefully all the instructions, and of course you could have the opportunity to read all that and notice that you have a virtual session today. So in that way, you probably have this information, but if not, I will share in 2 days next week about these virtual sessions. I will let you know on Tuesday for the session on Wednesday, and I'm going to let you know on Wednesday for the session on Thursday, right? If it's easier for you, in order to not to forget this opportunity to interact and to have virtual session, right? Well, there are the time is 6:15 and no students have attended or are attending this session today, and we're going to wait a little bit more, about 5 more minutes, and then I will share with you some important information, and I will let you know about some information that we had I shared with you yesterday, and of course I will let you know some tips for you in order to do your activities correctly. We're going to wait until 6:20. If not, I'm going to share, and I'm going to read all the messages that you had sent to me in the messenger in platform of Prepa en Línea, right? I'll be here a little bit, and I will be back. Okay guys, well, I was waiting for you 10 minutes, so, and there are students in this virtual session today, so we're going to start. And to start, let me welcome you to this module number 7. Welcome to this new beginning of activities, and I hope you could learn, or you can learn more things than you learned the previous module. This is module number 7. In this module we're going to talk about our present, our past, and our future, right? And well, we'll talk about these topics, important topics that during the month you are going to use in order to complete your activities and in order to do your activities correctly. Yeah. Well, my name is Juan José Cerritos Negrete. I'm an English teacher. I've been working in different levels of English since primary school to university students. I have worked in primary school, secondary, high school, and of course university as well. Well, I have this year 15 years of experience working with these different levels of English, and I have an English language teaching degree, and also I have a specialization in technology and education. In Prepa en Línea I have 7 years working, and since then I'm still working here, and I appreciate your time that you have when you are attending these virtual sessions. So welcome you guys, welcome you all, and I send you a big hug from the capital city of the state of Hidalgo, which is Pachuca de Soto. Well, I'm living in Mineral de la Reforma, but it is close to Pachuca, so I belong to this place as well, right? Well, let's continue. The second point was about some activities that you have to take into account, or well, the working way that we are going to do during this month. And during this month we're going to work with different activities, integrative activities, in each week. In week 1 we have 2 and 1 forum, learning forum. Week 1, week 2, and week 3, 2 activities and 1 learning forum. And on the last week, which is number 4, we will have an integrative project, and we will have a learning forum, and as well we will have integrative forum as well. Remember that these forums are not grading by me the first 3 weeks, but they have a remuneration at the end of your final grade. So take them into account and participate as much as possible, please. It is very important for you to consider these participations, and of course this will help you to increase your grade. The first 2 activities that we have during this week are the first one, which is dancing at the mauling, and the second one, which is meanwhile. Both activities are related to continuous tenses, but the first one is related to present continuous tense or present progressive tense, and the second one is related to past continuous or past progressive tense. How you will work with these tenses? Well, on your platform, in Prepa en Línea platform, there's a guide. Yeah, there's a guide in which you are going to have, or you're going to notice all the information about this topic, or these topics. In this case, I will share my screen to let you know where. Wait a minute, it's working. Okay, here's my platform view here. Normally I send you messages in this part, in novedades it says here, and or avisos recientes, right? That you can watch all the messages I send to everybody, just not all one by one. And usually if you send a message to me, or if you have a question and you send a message to me, your message will appear over here. Yeah, over here we show private message, and I will check that, right? Well, as I was telling you, this is the platform, and this is these are the resources that we have here in order to know what we are going to do. In this case, we are in week number 1, and this is the guide that we have to check. If you want to check it online, or you can download the PDF document, as well as other documents, for example, simple present versus present continuous, and past continuous tense. Yeah, you can check these two. These PDF documents, and the other ones are information and some exercises that you have to do, and your questionnaires, socio-emotional, and 2 activities on this one, right? But the main activities that we have to do are these ones, for example, activity number 1 and activity number 2, and the learning forum. Don't forget that. But according to the guide, if you will click on it, you can have something like this, right? I already download the document, and I will let you know what this document is about, right? Okay. Well, the document is about all the information that is required for this module number 7 and for this week number 1. So as you can see here, Semana 1, Unit 1, Unit 2, what are you doing, and where were you learning? Mi vida en otra lengua, of course, that's module number 7, and we have a short introduction, we have activities of the week. These are some resources that you could have in order to learn more about the English language, and a suggestion here at the end, right? For example, here we have the introduction of these ones. What are you doing, and where were you learning in this case? And these are the activities, and of course you have to read all the information if you want to have a great grade, right? O sea, ¿cómo se llama? Una puntuación muy buena, a great grade. Yeah, you have to check all this information, like for example these ones. Actividades de la semana, vocabulary, waiting for, practice exercises as well, and you have to click over here. This is activity number 1, dancing at the morning, and you have the topics, the activities and the tenses that you have to use in this case, right? And then we have the second activity, which is called meanwhile. As well, you have all the resources that you have to check, and some supporting material that you probably have for you to help yourselves. Then we have our socio-emotional activities in order to do them. In this part of the presentation, we have this one, a video of present continuous, and of course you could have another video about past continuous, right? But I recommend you to watch or to read all this information, because it is very important for you, right? In order to do your activities correctly and completely, right? But also I recommend you to use a tool that of course you have used before, which is, for example, in this case, this is the tool that will help you with the activities, right? Do you know what's this? Of course, this is YouTube, right? And you can ask it, for example, this one, cómo hacer preguntas en presente continuo y en presente simple en inglés. Or you can change cómo hacer preguntas en pasado simple y en pasado continuo. There you have, or you will have the opportunity to have plenty videos of how to do those questions. You choose the best one, or if you follow a YouTuber or someone on Facebook or here in YouTube, well, you can watch his or her videos, and with those videos you could have a wide idea about what you're going to do. Okay, I recommend you to use this as an amazing tool for you. Okay, YouTube. Well, don't forget that this week of activities ends on Sunday night, but I will appreciate if you could finish your activities no longer than tomorrow. Well, tomorrow, Friday, no longer than Friday afternoon or night. Yeah, that's because on weekends you probably, well, I'm saying that you probably work during the week as I am doing, and you probably don't have enough time to do your activities during the week, but on weekends you could have a little time, yeah, and on Sundays more, because on Mondays most of our students in Prepa en Línea CEP are doing activities, and so that means that a platform could be saturated because of many traffic of students in the platform. So I recommend you to do the activities before the weekend and no longer than Friday. In that way you will have a free weekend for sure. You will have you will read your feedback I'm going to give you, and of course you will let you know what could be your weaknesses and strengths in your activities that you're performing during this module and during the week, right? So I beg you to send the activities no longer than Friday, please, guys. What else? Another important thing that I ask you to do is to read carefully. Read carefully, because many of you, well, students that I have had in 7 years working for Prepa en Línea, many students don't read what they want or they have to do in the activities, and of course if you don't read, you don't know what you're going to do, and if you don't read, you're going to do activities that are not complete, or perhaps activities that miss, for example, the usage of certain instructors or specific instructors. For example, in this week's activities, the first one is present continuous and present simple, and the second activity is past continuous and past progressive. So I recommend you to read carefully and to send the right document before you send it. Yeah, before you send it, try to check if you are sending the right document. Some of you got confused with another document from the other module, or a document that is in blank, so it doesn't have anything answer, and you sent, probably you couldn't attend that important thing, which is to check. Yeah, and also I recommend you to use Google Translator, but not to translate. I will let you know why. Well, not why, but I will let you know in what way we're going to use Google Translator. It's a good tool, but not to translate, to use it as translator. I'm going to share with you my screen, and you will see. And you will see, wait a minute, it's opening. Unfortunately my my internet is not working properly today, and yesterday it was failing as well. Well, in the morning it was failing also. I reported to the company, and they went to repair or to fix that error, right? But it is still I don't know, it's not working properly. But well, we will use Google Translator. What for? ¿Para qué voy a utilizar el traductor de Google? Bueno, lo voy a utilizar no para traducir, chicos. Yo no les recomiendo que traduzcan, porque a veces, por ejemplo, ponemos o tenemos faltas de ortografía. Sinceramente, honestamente se los digo, tenemos faltas de ortografía, y por ejemplo ponen conocer, así, ¿sale? Y lo quieren interpretar al inglés. Obviamente aquí lo interpreta bien, ¿sale? Pero si ustedes me ponen, por ejemplo, literalmente algunas palabras que que comúnmente usan, ajá, en el traductor, y así literalmente las ponen. Ajá, no es que sea mala idea utilizar el traductor. Ok, sí lo pueden utilizar, pero es solamente que les dé una idea. Pero para ello yo les pido igual que utilicen diccionarios en línea, como es el Thesaurus, como es el Reverse of Context Dictionary, o como es el Larousse Dictionary. Algunos de nosotros tenemos esos diccionarios en casita, tal vez más el Larousse porque es el más común que tenemos aquí en México. Y bueno, ¿para qué vamos a utilizar este traductor? Bueno, si se dan cuenta, aquí en esta primera parte tenemos un microfonito y una bocinita. Yo les recomiendo que lo utilicen para aprender a cómo se pronuncian las palabras. Por ejemplo, esta, miren. ¿Sí se escucha? A ver, espérenme. Voy a ponerme mute aquí, mudo. Mute. Ajá. Meet, ¿sale? Para eso quiero que ustedes hagan uso del traductor para conocer o para saber cómo pronunciar las palabras. Ajá. No para traducir, por favor, chicos. Podemos traducir, o bueno, vamos a traducir todo lo que queramos, sí, pero yo les recomiendo que solamente escuchemos cómo se pronuncian. Y podemos poner una palabra o podemos poner frases completas. Todo esto pues les va a ayudar para la grabación de sus audios que me tienen que compartir en sus documentos de pues todas las semanas. Como les decía ayer, si falla alguna parte de su actividad integradora, si no me integran el audio, pues va a bajar mucho su calificación. También se piden imágenes en algunas actividades, pues también si no las ponen, pues baja su calificación, porque recuerden que nos estamos basando en las rúbricas de evaluación, y entonces sobre esas rúbricas, y en esas rúbricas dice que si cumple su actividad con todo lo requerido, y pues si no ponen audio, no ponen imágenes o una de las dos, pues baja su calificación, ¿sale? Y también baja si no utilizamos las estructuras gramaticales que tenemos que utilizar en todo el documento, en todo el archivo. Se utilizan una sola o dos dependiendo de la actividad. En esta, por ejemplo, en la actividad 1 vamos a utilizar presente continuo, y para las preguntas de la actividad 1 podemos utilizar presente continuo y presente simple. Para la segunda actividad, que se llama meanwhile, estoy utilizando pasado continuo o pasado progresivo, que es lo mismo, y en las preguntas puedo utilizar pasado simple y pasado continuo. Por eso les puse acá otro ejemplo en el YouTube de cómo hacer preguntas, por ejemplo, en pasado simple o en continuo en inglés. Y aquí están algunos videos para que ustedes puedan observarlos, puedan verlos y se den una idea. Ayer les expliqué un poquito acerca de esta estructura gramatical. Yo les pido de favor que los videos que tengamos en la plataforma de Prepa en línea, los que yo comparto, los links que yo comparto de mi canal de YouTube, los vean. Son muy buenos, y les dice el teacher, su servidor o su asesor virtual, les dice qué estructuras vamos a utilizar, qué es lo que debemos hacer y qué es lo que debemos evitar. Ajá. Entonces es muy importante que tengamos en cuenta poder ver nuestros videos de las sesiones. Ajá. Es muy importante, chicos, no se les olvide, por favor. Ellos nos van a ayudar y nos van a catapultar a unas actividades integradoras completas y correctas. Entonces los invito a que hagan ese tipo de revisión de las guías, de los recursos y de la sesión virtual. Si ustedes revisan eso, no van a tener ninguna falla. Entonces pues ahí está su tarea. Ahí está su tarea, y pues yo los invito a que puedan realizarla. ¿ok? La tarea pues es ver los videos, revisar los recursos y la guía de cada una de las semanas, ¿ok? Y pues bueno, ya para finalizar con esta sesión el día de hoy, pues yo voy a estar al pendiente de sus dudas, de sus comentarios en el mensajero de Prepa en Línea CEP, y es el único medio de comunicación que vamos a tener durante este mes. Ajá. Al igual que nuestras sesiones virtuales van a ser por este medio, nuevamente en Zoom, todas las 4 semanas que tengamos las sesiones virtuales, en los días miércoles y en los días jueves. Ajá. Las horas van a ser las mismas, sí, claro. Va a ser el mismo código para ingresar a la sesión y el mismo passcode o password, y pues ya sería prácticamente todo lo que estaríamos abarcando durante esta sesión. Y espero sus comentarios ahí en el mensajero, perdón, se me fue la idea, en el mensajero de la plataforma de Prepa en Línea CEP. Y recuerden que en los foros debemos ser bien cuidadosos en lo que decimos, debemos de ser lo más respetuosos posibles, porque recuerden que estamos utilizando las reglas de comunicación virtual en etiqueta, en los cuales pues debemos de respetar las opiniones de los demás, debemos ser pues bien directos, pero sin ofender a los demás, ok, bien respetuosos, 1001% respetuosos, ok. Pues chicos, no me resta más que desearles muchísimo éxito, mucha suerte, y cualquier cosa aquí estamos al pendiente. Yo todos los días reviso la plataforma si hay pendientes por evaluar. Ahorita sí creo que tengo algunos. Mensajes no tengo ahorita para compartirlos, pero bueno, creo que la sesión virtual de ayer quedó muy bien, y pues espero que la puedan visualizar. Yo me doy cuenta de quién sí visualiza los videos y quién no, entonces pues ahí les encargo, por favor, que puedan ustedes indagar un poquito más. Ajá. Hasta el momento llevamos 5 visualizaciones de ayer a hoy, 5 visualizaciones de la sesión virtual de ayer, y también les compartí una pequeña presentación mía hacia ustedes, y solamente tengo 8 visualizaciones. Ajá. Desde hace 2 días, desde el lunes se las envié, y pues solamente tengo 8, y somos en el grupo pues bastantes, para pues solamente tener esas poquitas de vistas, ¿no? Y también por ahí les dije, pues háganme un comentario ahí, pues buenas tardes, buenos días, o saludos, mucho gusto, algo así. Pero pues solamente he recibido un mensajito, y pues los invito, chicos, a que participen, a que se esfuercen y den un plus en este módulo, ¿sale? Bueno, chicos, well, let's farewell, and I appreciate your time watching this video, and I'll see you the next week. I'll be working on your activities, interactive activities, and sending you the feedback of them. Yeah. Thank you, guys. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.